Radio Chingalmen News, brought to you by Moose Milling and Go TV Broadcasting Zambia Limited.
Radio Chengelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Good afternoon. With the main news, my name is Sarah Tamina. Kindly be informed that we're also live on our Facebook page, and you can also listen to us on Radio Garden. The headlines: residents of Shindawad and Muflira call for intensified garbage collection. Children take over the airwaves. Pope Francis visit parts of northern Iraq. And now the news in detail. Residents of Shindawad in Muflira's Kantanshi constituency say garbage collection has still remained a challenge in the area. The residents of Section 5 said there was need for the local authority to be collecting garbage regularly to avoid any outbreak of diseases that may come with filthiness. They also said that there was need to work on drainages and put footbridges for easy crossing people. The residents said this when a member of Parliament, Anthony Mumba, visited the area yesterday.
Katwakwata bali twakwako piku kwa kuso iso bali WhatsApp sendera kuko iso
kwata sana program ni line ya mfolo turabunda no kubunda mlando wa kisoso mshitechore pare tukushira fina ngo kisoso bali kusako fe turechura nderanda pakwemera muyadziri turabunda no kubunda kula batati ngabana no kubina bana nina turechura ino line ya mfolo baturanga kese kwa kose kwa mano ngamesha tukwatanga nikuno kwine kufaibi 3 days twakwata kwa mesh na ngikwa video ine twala ichizesha
ane nshiyale ngira muyaji n'abanshapa n'ababika ngabatika pote na ngukano no fyapa kakuingira mukatero na toilet yali fuasa na ngumwingire inganda ikatobeka babikira fye kunu no kumwanda.
And Kantanshi Member of Parliament Anthony Mumba disclosed that his office has engaged over 100 youths to work on footbridges in the area. The lawmaker also took time to appreciate the role women play in society as they commemorate their day tomorrow. Dr. Mumba said there was need to appreciate the role women play for the love they show when bringing life on earth.
We need to respect our women. We need to cherish the love that they have extended to us and the responsibility God has given them to bring their life, on earth. That's where I'm coming from Ronald Cross Hospital, where we donated a number of items, both coming from the government through the leadership of President Maluma, where an ultrasound machine for scanning the pregnant woman, and also for mature babies. We got also 2 brand new portable incubators, meaning that you can go to the theater room, and if a child is premature, that life can be saved.
The high cost of living in the country has continued attracting attention of various stakeholders. Von Short, Living Tour BSLT, says it has observed that most traders and vendors dealing with daily consumer goods have taken advantage of the current economic instability to increase prices. BSTL Executive Director Ntelasha Chisha said government should come up with measures and strategies to mitigate the effects of rising costs of commodities in the country. Children have today taken over the airwaves as they commemorate International Children's Day of Broadcasting. On Radio Chengelo, children took over the airwaves at 09 hours. And the Media Network on Child Rights Development has joined the rest of the world in commemorating the International Children's Day of Broadcasting, ICDB, under the theme Ending Violence Against Children Through the Media. The organization says it values the power of the airwaves to champion development in any nation of the world. According to organization executive director Henry Kabwe, the media plays a pivotal role to ensure that people's rights are realized for justice, as it also sets development agenda that can transform nations, including Zambia. According Mr. Kabwe has since appealed to the community to ensure that politicians are engaged on matters of importance, especially children's rights. The Emerald and Semi-Precious Stones Mining Association of Zambia, ESMAS, has appealed to President Edgar Lungu to consider allowing small-scale miners to utilize the Kajam mine dump site in Lufuanyama as a way of empowering them. Association President Victor Kalisha has explained that, if well utilized, the dump site can empower and benefit the people of Lufuanyama, as well as assist the small-scale miners to acquire mining equipment. In a letter addressed to President and available to Radio Chingilo News, Mr. Kalisha said ESMAS and other stakeholders can formulate a strategy that would not affect the operations of the mine owners if the dump site is given as empowerment scheme. The Patriotic Front Kittu District Executive has cautioned against adopting unpopular candidates ahead of the August 12 general elections. Copperbelt Mobilization Committee Chairperson Bowman Lusambo made this call when he met PF members from the 5 constituencies in Kittu District at Buchi Hall yesterday. Mr. Lusambo, who is Kabushi Member of Parliament, asked the Evaristo Chilufya-led executive to adopt candidates on merit and those who are popular on the ground. He also said those aspiring to be adopted should have a good relationship with the electorates so that the PF amass more votes in the district. Pope Francis is visiting parts of northern Iraq that were held by Islamic State IS militants on the 3rd day of his historic trip to the country. Christians were among those targeted by IS when they seized the region in 2014, carrying out human rights abuses. The Pope has arrived in the city of Mosul, where he is praying among the ruins of its churches, several of which were destroyed during the fighting. Later, he will celebrate Mass in Erbil with up to 10,000 attendants expected. There are fears the ritual could become a coronavirus super spreader event. This news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Chengelo with compliments of Moose Milling and Go TV Broadcasting Zambia Limited. And now international news as monitored from the BBC. Egypt and Sudan have once again called for international mediation to end a long-running dispute over the construction of Ethiopia's dam on the River Nile. Both countries fear the dam could affect their water supply. The call came as Egypt's president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, was on a visit to Sudan for the first time since the overthrow of its former president, Omar al-Bashir, in 2019. During his visit to Khartoum, Mr. Sisi met Sudan's civilian and military leaders. Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, has received his first dose of the coronavirus vaccine while urging others eligible to take this injection. The Dalai Lama had enrolled himself to be vaccinated, officials said. India launched its vaccination drive on 16th January, but it was limited to healthcare workers and frontline staff. Since 1st March, however, the scheme has been extended to people aged over 60 and those between the ages of 45 and 59 with underlying illnesses. As we end our main news bulletin, we take a look at some of the stories making headlines. Residents of Shindwad and Muflira call for intensified garbage collection. Children take over the airwaves. Pope Francis visit parts of North Iraq. For these and more stories, you can visit our Facebook page, log on to Facebook and like the Radio Chengelo page, and link to radiochengelo.radio, 12345.com. On behalf of the entire newsroom, this has been Sarah Tamina. Have a wonderful Sunday.
The main news was brought to you by Moose Milling and GoTV Broadcasting Zambia Limited.